Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for September 28th, and we will be playing Clairvoyant, going from Proving Grounds into Vengewood, and then up against Runestone. Things to note here, we have Master Alchemist, so we start with Chalice of Champions and Alchemist Tool Belt. This is always a very high energy mod because you have your usual, I believe it's 8 potions, usually more depending on which nodes you're passing through. But you get somewhere around, did I say 8? I think it's 6 is how much you're like guaranteed to have, and then you get 2 fish like in total. And then of course Alchemist Tool Belt will give you an additional like 9 potions. So as long as we remember to use our potions correctly, as in like use them even when we're winning by like a mile, we should be fine, and we're going to have more than enough ability power and damage that we'll ever need. So we need to start looking at stuff like how are we going to increase our damage and just in general our damage per turn. And thankfully, Clairvoyant has a lot of ways to go about that. Stuff like damage, aura, psionic charge per turn, all of that kind of stuff. Hexing aura. Basically looking for all the other multipliers because power has been taken care of. Healing Drought doesn't exist. Again, because it doesn't affect the Sea of Inkwell, we don't care about it. -1 Will Reserve is definitely, again, on Clairvoyant, especially difficult, but it's the thing that we're going to be looking at pretty much the whole run, trying to solve that. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at our thing here. We are not going to go Frostbite this time. Every time I get baited by this this amulet, it just feels bad. That said, this is the pure hopium coming in right here. If Frostbite is going to feel good on any run, it's probably going to be this run because we're going to have so much ability power that we literally don't care about anything else. But I would much rather have stuff that's going to help me meet my checks. The checks that we have here, obviously, as always, how do we do 600 damage per turn on turn 1 in this fight here? We want to do some very like spiky damage going into Giannis, because otherwise we're going to hit him a lot and that's not going to be a good time. We have Lusk. Lusk is the boss of Vengewood, and so we need to figure out how to do in an AoE 300 plus damage, 330 to be exact. They did nerf the amount of health that enemies have in dailies, so it's now only a 10% bonus, but that's still 300 plus 10% is 330. Getting the 330 AoE damage when you have like our champion alchemist set up here is much easier, but in normal circumstances that's definitely something that you got to start forward thinking for. I also apologize before we start going into this here. I don't know what it is. I've got like the chills, and I can like feel myself shivering, and I'm sure that you guys can hear it. So I apologize if you guys can hear it and it's a little weird. I hope it's nothing serious. I like had something to drink beforehand. My body isn't the best insulated. Anyways, how are we dealing 600 damage? That's certainly not doing it. Potent Spirit Bomb. Like, we would really have to crit on a Spirit Bomb, but we can't even get full charges. That's kind of the issue here. We would have to crit on Spirit Bomb. Yeah, I don't know what we do here. Even if we rerolled this, like we could technically put a crit aug on Spirit Bomb to slightly increase its chance of critting. If we get full psionic charges, that would then deal. It would actually still not. So if we rerolled, got potent Spirit Bomb, rolled a 12% crit, we would then be able to pulse Spirit Bomb and not even have full charge. Because we have -1 will. Huh. Well, that's where we're at. So since we're not going to get turn 1, how do we go about this? I think it's still potent Spirit Bomb. Like, there's no reason not to grab it. What do we have over here again? Training Lights doesn't do anything for us. It's kind of cute if we decide to go for Pinball Wizard for like the 16th time in a row. I really don't like taking Frozen Finger because we already have Frostbite Tilt. This would add more Frostbite Tilt, but I certainly like the -1 CDR. It actually opens up a lot of skills for us. I might honestly reroll here. Being absolutely fair, though, like I said, I don't think that there's literally... With -1 will, I'm not sure there's anything that we could possibly do here that is going to allow us to get this. Unless, of course, we drop a potion on our way up to the first fight. But we obviously don't know that right now. So it may be a reroll here, 25, just to take a look at some other stuff. Yeah. If we actually got... What is it? Stroke of Genius? None of these are Stroke of Genius. Stroke of Genius actually probably could have helped significantly with that. But we didn't get it. I'm not sure I want to reroll again. It might just be Frosted Half Charm because reasons. Like, to be fair, Frosted Half Charm might be it. Because we grab this, we have 35 magic damage on all enemies. If we take bonus damage on telekinesis, like that still doesn't do it, but it's quite a bit of damage. Oh, jeez. I don't think we're going to take Amplified Telekinesis. We're just going to take Potent Spirit Bomb here. I'm not using my glyph to re-roll that. There's really nothing else there that we would want. There is a potion here. It's Barrier Potion. Yes, this is our line. We are going to go for money because we have to visit a carver. Oh, hey! There is not a 600 HP mini fridge here. However, there is certainly an enemy giving everybody DR, so they're basically a 600 HP mini fridge. I think we'll be fine? It's probably not true, to be honest. Maybe we take this barrier potion just to gain the 3 ability power. I'm feeling okay about that. How much health do you have? You have 165. Frostbite is dealing... Mesquizzy? 46. You're now dealing 66. That's quite a bit. Yeah, this positioning. Like, we're not going to get to full charge and hit everybody. So, the thing is that you kind of need to be dead by the time that we're doing anything else, because that's 50% damage mitigation. And so that's what we're working with here. We do have access to Hazard Aura, which is going to deal 33. Not quite enough, but it's honestly as close as we're going to get. I don't feel bad about any of that. Like, a better potion obviously would have been better, but they're also taking more damage because Arcturia is occurring, which is increasing the amount of frostbite that we're dealing to everybody. Give me this power orb, and we're going to be just a little short. And by a little, I mean by like one action. So, you know, if we didn't have -1 will. Oh well. Not much we can do about it. I'll take a disintegration oil, thank you. We have a pot coming up. Do we crit? I think we... Like, I feel like I go crit all the frickin' time. But if, again, if ability power is going to be taken care of, this one magic power isn't going to do anything. We might as well crit. And if we'd might as well crit... I don't know. My only problem with taking this is that I'm really not a fan. Honestly, I should have grabbed this first. We'll use our glyph here. Jinx is easily... Well, Jinx isn't necessarily going to solve Giannis for us. It will solve... What am I trying to say? It'll solve Lusk. Because we can just, like, chunk them and disregard whatever the heck they're trying to do. Grasp is good single target. It gives us Marked, which is a damage multiplier. We appreciate it. It's going to do a heck ton of damage. I don't know. Might still be Jinx. I could even see Cultivate here. Like, our telekinesis is definitely going to bolster in value. So just sliding telekinesis over enemies repeatedly. Otherwise, Jinx is going to be pretty useless during the Runestone fight. Unless we get Tread Harvest. Grasp will be much better there. I think we're going to take Grasp. And then I'm not sure if we're actually going to re-roll this, but I don't want to jeopardize anything else. So we'll take Empowering Pulse. Again, that one ability power isn't going to mean much of anything, but we'll take it. Tethered Shrine, I want stats because we want crit here. Give me another potion too, that's great. Okay, game. You think this is funny? You come in here doing this kind of stuff? Okay. I told myself I wasn't going to be doing this. That I wasn't going to follow the Frostbite line. If I wanted the Frostbite line, I honestly probably should have grabbed Cultivate. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Probably should have done that. And I don't really want to move, so we're actually going to go ahead and use this straight away too. Might be a bit of a bad move, but whatever. These two enemies are dead. We're not taking any damage. You're going to be pretty close. We are close to a Super Spirit Bomb here. Debating exactly how I want to go about this. I don't think that this is bad. Like, obviously it's bad in the regards of we're using a fully charged Spirit Bomb. And enemies are going to take half damage. But I think we're fine. Hoping that enemies sort of gather around here. They did sort of gather around there. The only problem is that we got you over here. Jabbers. They all have low health. Yep, we're good. Are you guys... Okay, no, it's because I had this selected. I was like, how are you guys not in the aura if I've been pulsing you? We're good. Because that occurs at the start of enemy turn. We are perfectly fine. Dun's head looks pretty good. Alchemist tool belt is really funny. I think it's Dun's head, but... What? This would mean that every fight we would get 2 potions that we would have to use every fight. Huh. I kind of like that line. I feel like it's a serious misplay. But we're going to do it. -1 base cooldown. It's a potential, actually. Pulse getting more damage? Huh? If we get -1 base cooldown, and then we get something like -1 will cost, then this suddenly becomes a better pulse? Simply because it, like, just hits everything? Like, that's kind of crazy. And I don't know if that's right, but it's funny. Otherwise, Pulse being the skill that we're more likely to spam. You know what? Let's see what our other skill is. I like those Augs, but I want to see what we're packing here. After Image can guarantee our crits. I think that it's either Cone of Frost or Cultivate. Cone of Frost can also solve... Well, it'll take some work, but it can solve Lusk. Certainly not the easiest way to do it. But if we're going absolutely insano, double cup, all frost. Okay. So if that's what we're doing, then I think I absolutely want Quicken Spirit Bomb. Because this is certainly starting to get to the realm of things that I I'm willing to spend 2 energy on that AoE doing 200 damage. 100%. If things also have Frostbite on them, which currently our Frostbite would be somewhere around, oh god, like 80 damage? Yeah. Yeah! We really need that -1 cooldown though. We can use this in combat. This is one of the fish that doesn't matter if you use it on turn 2. What the heck is this? I'll tell you what. We'll do it. That is some serious single target damage. We've spent our safety money for the entire run, but I think that that was okay. Besides, we'll just roll more money, 5 head. I think we're going to push this. I want to hit that. I might as well hit this. Pulse. Orb. Pulse. Leash. Spear Bomb. That seems pretty good to me. Okay. Now the question is how are we dealing with this? We're being direct targeted. That's going to happen. Can't do anything about it. Let's get you in the mix. Shield us a little bit. Seems nice. Pulse. Orb. Spirit Bomb. Next turn we're going to have more Frostbite. Thank you, by the way, Arcturia, for actually putting Frostbite on the guy we need to hit single target on. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. A turn 3 Giannis. This is a build. Most of it is, of course, Chalice of Champions just rocking itself. I probably could have moved a little bit better and actually made it out of this AoE. We hail at the end, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, hello. So close. All right. Vengeful and a barrier. We like to see it. What is our ascension? Sapping Aura is pretty good. I could also see Psychic Beam here, to be honest. The problem is that we don't really gain psionic charges. It would just be a way for us to, like, plink things without having to go over there. And it doubles our damage. Because right now, Spirit Bomb is kind of like our AoE and does slightly more damage at this point. What is our augment here? Heal Aura? Gross! Destructive Spirit Bomb. Hold up. That's really gambling, though. I think Charging Pulse is basically better for us. Because now we can actually Pulse, Orb, Pulse. We're up at max. Then we Spirit Bomb. I kind of like that, yeah. Destructive Spirit Bomb would be kind of crazy, though. I think we want that -1 will. Okay. So, does that mean that this is Psychic Beam? Actually, I don't know the order of operations. If I was to do that, would this hit full and then use everything for an additional... Oh, maybe it's Sapping Aura then. Helps our bossing. Runestone. It works on Runestone. Yeah. Still a damage buff. 50% more damage is still good. Critical chance 100%. It's our last damage multiplier we need. We would also appreciate putting a purple on Cone of Frost. That is just a, if something has Frostbite, let's deal 25% more damage to it. Heroic Vault's fine. Chances are it's just going to be more Frostfire Embers because of how much cold tilt we have right now. Another Barrier Potion. Nah. Like, I guess... No, I think I want to use this Vengeful Infusion just in case they decide to spawn a heavy on turn 3 here. That is a lot of damage. Pulse or Pulse? Super Spirit Pulse. I'm admittedly a little concerned about the actual damage we're outputting here. Excuse me, dude. That's frickin' rude. You want to explain everyone to the class what you did? And now you're over there. Okay. Okay, we kill on a hit there. This should be fine. Telekinesis, Spirit Bomb, or Telekinesis? Yeah, buddy. There's a little concern there. Oh, look, another Barrier Potion. Gross. Thunderstruck Bell at least does something. Otherwise, again, we don't need more ability power. These are useless. We don't have the money to reroll. It's got to be Thunderstruck Bell then. What have we got here? Nothing. Am I willing to reroll here? Kinda. Because none of these things move the needle for me. Like, movement's probably pretty good for Runestone, just to make sure that we can get down to the correct area. Yeah, I guess that's worth it. There it is, Mighty Frost, baby! And damage aura? Oh no! Oh no! I think we're taking Mighty Frost. Turning this sucker into 200 damage. Yeah. By the time that we go up against Lusk, the goal is that this will actually deal enough damage that we can just kill the little Lusks. We're not that far off. Psychokinesis isn't bad either. Like, every time we decide that we're not going to do Pinball Wizard, though. Like, this does... honestly comparable damage. Like, considering the fact that that Astrokinesis has no cooldown, and we can use 2 for the price of 1 Spirit Bomb, and it doesn't use our psionic charges. Makes me wish I had actually taken damage aura. Yeah, this is definitely a decision. The only other thing that we would look at Psychokinesis for is just that there are going to be times where we need to position the orb. Currently, we don't have the will to do that. So having Psychokinesis would make it sort of like, so long as we can hit 1, maybe 2 enemies, it's the equivalent to using Spirit Sapper. And I think that alone is the entire reason why we would want to take this right now. We have to visit this Carver. There's another Frostfire Ember. Am I that insane? We haven't fought the pot yet. I just feel like we don't have the money. We haven't fought the pot yet. That's what? 420. So then that'd put us at 850. Then we fight a boss. We should be fine to take Frostfire Ember. Oh boy, oh. that is some gambling. Yeah. That is some gambling. Okay. I definitely like seeing those, even if it's only 4. I like that positioning. Excuse me, I'm gonna hit you guys with this. And that alone is going to almost kill everybody. What? Oh, man. How much damage are you taking? Not quite enough. If you would come over here. Got a friend I want to introduce you to. We are now not quite full charge. Let's keep this for next turn. Remember to use your potion. Okay, this is the last phase. Use a potion. That looks good. I mean, we need to proc Frostbite, but we actually now do too much damage with our Frostbite. No! This is probably the move here. This will trigger 2 Frostbites, get us closer to Arcturia, which is... we've admittedly screwed ourselves out of. To be clear. Unstable Brew is actually a terrible potion for us. We actually have the 15 ability power to lose. We'll want to remember to do that on the last turn. We actually have a ton of burn on our build now, because every time that we hit somebody with Frostbite, we apply 4 burn. Have some good burn damage here, but we don't have a lot of base damage on that burn to scale with our ability power. So I would actually really like to take this this burn damage here. What do we got? Oh, what the frick? What? No, please. No. the fuck is this run? Oh my god, what? This is legitimately not okay. Like, we're gonna have to get rid of Thunderstruck Bell just to fit this dang thing. It's possible that controlled explosives is actually, like, really insane here. Because I could even, like, theoretically end a run, or not a run, a fight with Spirit Bomb. Do, like, 600 damage, and then apply that with Cone of Frost for no frickin' reason. All of our damage is, like, huge. Like, even Psychokinesis, adding another 100 on there, guess what? That's the Little Lusk solved. I feel like that's the right thing to do. Shocking Core Cap I would like to have, but I don't think we grab that anymore. Like, if we grab either of these, we're just going to have so much damage it doesn't matter anymore. The only problem that I have with controlled explosives is that it does not exist during the Runestone fight. Like, maybe the first run, right? Just send a frickin' bowling ball right up at him that we farmed off of the Chapter 3 elites. Could even possibly insta-phase him. Otherwise, Chalice of Champions, I would say it's getting to the point to where it's unnecessary, but that's frickin'... God damn. That's going to be... I guess we don't really have a lot of time with it. We're going to use it in the Lusk fight. We're going to use it in the Chapter 2 elites, and then we'll technically use it during Runestone to get an additional, like... So that's 3 fights with 2 hits each. 6. That's 12 ability power. Like, we're already, using that math, going to be looking at, like, 30 ability power. That's well too much. Maybe it is Shocking Core Cap. But I don't know what we get rid of. Like, this initial Frostbite is actually quite important to us. Could be Thunderstruck Bell, honestly. Like, when is this actually going to... Like, it's been working for us, but when it doesn't work for us, you have one enemy who's shocked out in the boondocks. We'll take Controlled Explosives. We'll put it on Thunderstruck Bell. Oh, there's Damage Aura again. Surging Spirit Bomb. I think we still want -1 cost on this. But that might mean take Damage Aura simply due to the fact that it will lock out this skill. And we're more likely to get something for Spirit Bomb. Prepared Telekinesis, also very good. It's basically actually... That's not free psionic charges. Oh boy. Am I really going to walk past Damage Aura twice when it's dealing 71? Holy lord. Yeah, I think we are. I think Prepared Telekinesis is just better for us. Do we need a green AUG? Increased AoE on Cone of Frost would be pretty huge. Or we could go here for the express purpose of getting our legendary early. I don't think we need it for Lusk. This Tethered Shrine is more stats, could be more crit. I think a green AUG actually is, like, the best for us. Yeah. By the way, we didn't get anywhere near the amount of money that I had predicted. I must have, I thought it was 420 off of the treasure pot. Or maybe I rolled, like, super low. Anyways. Oh, no, it's probably 420 for all of Book 2. then that's a problem. I totally mipped us. Well, we get to see how much they actually buff bosses then. Gain shielding aura. Not bad. We're re-rolling this though. Well, we're gonna take charging telekinesis. That's still pretty good. Is this a better potion? Disintegrate? I'll be honest. We could use this to push the final phase. It's not gonna do much, but is this gonna do more than a disintegration oil? Yes. Barely. Okay. I'll take a fish. Brine tuna's nice. Yeah, I think we couldn't actually afford this. I was going off of incorrect information. Woe is me. Ah, jeez. I thought that we were at 3. That's 100% my fault. Well, now we're at it. I don't think that's worth it, though, without anything. Let's turn some of that frostbite into burn. It does something. This will give me another ability power. And do I actually want to stand here now and use this Vengeful Infusion? Probably. I knew I was going to do that. I should have done that sooner. Alright. That's quite a bit of damage on our off turn. Blap. Blap. Let's get our full charge back. Save that for next turn. We've got a crit. That's pretty nice. Okay. I'm calculating here. We can always default on doing this if this doesn't work out. Okay. Sorry. Do that. Do this. Do this. Pick up that power orb. Magic Pixel exists. I would kind of like to also hit you, but it looks like that is not feasible. So be it. We're going to store that energy into here and blap you. Pretty good. Probably as good of a Lusk as we could have wished for. Disintegration, Serendipity. Pretty good. Can we get -1 will cost? Absolutely not. Is Freezing Frost worth it? I guess if anything, it takes a spot so that we're likely to get the Frostbite into damage multiplier next time. And it's not a stat that we don't use, technically. I'll take Harpoon. It does a metric ton of damage. Yeah, we spent like a little too much. It wasn't even by the initial reroll. I'll take a little bit more crit chance. Thank you. Let's keep that for after this fight. Make sure that we're in top HP. That's a lot. I think I almost prefer this instead. Huh. Did that say that it was going to reduce my cooldowns? I might have to submit a bug report for that afterwards. I thought that it just reduced 2. That definitely reduced my cooldowns, yeah? What the frick? Okay, we're actually going to do something like this, and then hit you with this, because then that stores us a metric ton of... That's a ton of energy. Might as well grab this. And so I want to make sure to hit you guys with this sucker. Or alternatively, I just make sure to finish you guys with Harpoon. If I can finish you guys with Harpoon. Should probably have mathed this one out. We should be fine though, technically. We are not fine though, technically. We are in trouble. Okay, stop farming. You get over here. Oh, I tried to throw that one away. Okay. Double controlled explosives? How does that stack? Is it insane? Oh man. That could be disgusting. One thing's for certain, Alchemist Tool Belt is no longer useful, so we can certainly get rid of that. I'm just trying to determine if marking aura is actually better. I don't think it is. Like, technically it's a damage multiplier that we don't have access to right now. Of course, the game is going to be like this. So do we grab Destructive Spear Paw? 1 out of 3 crits. That's probably correct. That or make Psychokinesis actually like do good damage for us. This is going to get multiplied by 4. So that's literally doubling our damage. Okay. Otherwise, we might get a crit out of this. This is actually... That's a lot of damage, too. And if we crit, good lord. I feel like it's going to come down to telekinesis, though, so we want to grab this. Okay. Give me controlled explosives. Ho! We're off by 50. Meep map. Alright. We might as well actually just... It's either this crit damage or this burn damage. I guess the burn damage actually exists. So we should probably grab that one. Is this... Oh, we already looked at that. Okay. Because that physical power isn't going to do anything for us. We'll take the burn damage. Alright. Unless this somehow gives us life. Heart of the Last Lifeless isn't bad. I'll take that. That way we can take a little bit of damage. Looking at this shop for you guys. Shaheen's Shimmering would have been pretty freaking good. Bone Calcifier. Eh. Alright. I didn't go all the way up to the top. I don't know what I was thinking about that I didn't do that. Jeez. Well, I mean, that does it. I would like that for next turn. We can take 1 damage. I was trying to think about how to save this. Although it would be nice to position you. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Okay. Pulse. Orb. Pulse. Super Pulse? Yeah, that's looking like it. And then we'll get you next turn, when we have access to pull. At least that's what I thought. Are we actually okay here? Okay, he's getting hit. That's pretty close. Yeah, we got this. Oh, I was honestly concerned. So yeah, we lost Quillings on our own. That was all our fault. I mean, it's certainly is hard to say that when Frostfire Ember carried so hard. I wish I knew how much bosses were giving us so that I knew if we were just unlucky with Quillings. Because that would make me feel a little bit better, but I made a calculation using a value that I think was wrong, and that's why we missed that. But other than that, it was certainly fun. We had a great time. Hopefully you guys had a great time too. Um, if not, hope you guys learned something. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put it down in the comments below. Dear Lord and I up at the top. Like, yeah, honestly, all it takes is somebody to not spend that money. The thing that I'm debating is, did that money make it possible for us to do what we did? Kind of feels like it. Like that that second phase was definitely a little bit close. If we didn't apply as much burn, because we didn't have the second, whatever, would it have worked out like that? Who knows? Anyways, like I said, hopefully the run was entertaining or educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. Get up here and beat this score. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.